Welcome YouTubers to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing Prime 1 Darkseid. Check him out. So this thing comes with a ton of statue parts. So you're going to need not only box space, statue spare parts space, because it's like, wow, this is like a lot of extra parts. Now, I love extra parts, but it's definitely going to be a pain to find where to display these safely, whenever I want to switch these out in and out, so I'm going to have to find space. So here's Darkseid. So that little piece, I simply just, when you take off the head, you can easily put it there. But let's check him out. Let's actually get some dimensions, especially on this base, because I'm sure a lot of you are wondering. Alrighty. So I got the tape measure. I literally just had it. But we obviously want to put a head on as well. Let's just put the teeth head on real quick. So you are going to want to be very gentle. Don't you love when you grab something, you set it down, and you instantly forget where you put it? Give me a second. Where the heck? God, Jupiter. All right, so we got the head on, so we can at least get good dimensions. So width. Yeah, he's a solid 20 inches wide. Where your standard Justice League is more like 16 inches wide. So he's an extra 4 inches, but he's also quite a bit deeper. Your standard Justice League is about 13 inches deep. Like Aquaman, for example. This guy, he's also about 20 inches. It's almost like a weird circle, but 20 by 20 is what you're going to need. But the back Omega symbol also sticks out a little bit, so you might need at least 21 or 22 inches. Now, height. So the base alone, this base is at least 8 inches before his feet. So a solid 8 inches, where your standard Justice League is about 7. So he gets an extra inch. But that's really because of the rocks he's standing on that adds the extra inch. The actual top of this is about the same as the Justice League. Now the actual statue itself, it's about 41 inches. Now Darkseid himself, he measures about 33.5 inches. Where, let's measure like Flash, for example. He is about 26.5. So, he's very big piece. Now, let's put some statue parts on. I want to see how this pose looks. So, you got this arm up. You're going to want to go slow and be very careful when putting this in. There's even a warning saying be very careful. It's very strong magnets. So, when it's strong magnets, you want to put it in very slow. Don't let it snap in, otherwise it can break. And when you're removing it, you're going to want to hold the body. Ideally, 2 people do this, but for me, I'd hold the body and then just slowly pull this out, for example. Now, here's the arm with the weapon. I want to see what the weapon looks like. So you basically have 2 pegs here, and it'll be easier to just put the pegs in now. Not 100% sure how this goes. Wait, okay. Yeah, it's like this. All right. So the seam line's not bad at all, actually, and it fits in pretty good. I don't have any worries of that falling out. And then this one, is this accurate? Yes, that's accurate. All right, so there is the weapon, and I will measure that as well for you guys. Yeah, because that weapon adds a ton of width. So the weapon itself is about 37 inches. So that is huge. That's like as big as my Predator spear, my 1/3 Predator spear. Adding the width, though, when you add that, it makes it about 28 inches. So it's, well, I mean, maybe even more, gosh. It's an extra 10 inches. I mean, yeah, really, you need 30 inches width if this is the display you're going to go for. That adds a ton of width, like even more than I was anticipating. Now, of course, you could angle this diagonally. Like if I angle him this way and bring the weapon forward and have him like looking at the league, then this weapon wouldn't pose as much a problem. Now, this is a heavy statue, but it's not like that heavy, if you know what I mean. You know, just like all the other Justice League, like they're heavy, don't get me wrong, they're very heavy, but they're not that heavy. You know, like for example, if you wanted to help with the width, you do this like that. See how now it's just ending at the shelf? So like if I put Thanos here and I want Darkseid basically facing the Justice League, that is the way to do it. You know, like that. I could angle him to help save on space a little bit. Still, he is definitely taking up a lot of space with that weapon, but the weapon adds a good amount of width presence to him. And I do like having my characters have weapons, even though he doesn't technically need it. I mean, it's Darkseid. But yeah, that definitely adds a lot of width presence. As you can see. So, yeah, these are massive pegs. I mean, these arms are quite heavy. Like, this weighs at least 8 pounds, I would say. Very heavy, but it's very big pegs and strong magnet. You know, like here's another arm. Let's say you do want to do this, but you don't want the arm back. This would be the better look, I would say. Like that. You know, arm up, fist down. Because I feel like if you're going to do behind the back, you're going to want both arms behind the back. I feel like it's weird if he's doing this, or technically this. You know, I feel like this is more accurate. And then this, and then obviously the weapon. Now, give me 1 second. I want to get some batteries installed and check out the lighting. All right, so it does require 3 LR44s, but here's the head. And then you have to swap this button to turn the light up on. It is decently bright. Like, let me show you on the statue. And the color is, I mean, it's like a lighter red. It's a light red, almost a slight pinkish look. But it's a very light red. It's not a deep red. But, I mean, yeah, it's like a red-white. But, I mean, if you look at the Justice League here, Darkseid's eyes, that's not like a deep red either. It's like a white eye. And then, you know, with the little laser effect would give that white-red look. Now, I do want to see how this light-up looks on the DX bonus. Yeah, so 3 batteries here. So, I wish there was a way that could have did the light-up without having to remove the head. I feel like that is a big pain. I hate removing statue parts to turn lighting on. It's always such a pain. You know, it'll be the exact same light up on the closed mouth head, which I probably will never use the closed mouth. I'm a much bigger fan of showing teeth and like anger. You know, Darkseid's an evil being. On all my previous Darkseid statues, I always did the teeth grinning portrait. Alright, so there is this light up. It doesn't light up the entire, you know, translucent part, really just the main part. You know, but like, there you have it. I would say that is a cooler lighting effect than the other one. It's a little bit brighter. Adds a little bit more presence. So again, back it up. See it with the Justice League. It obviously goes extremely well with them. So I mean, yeah, you also do have the option if you don't want to arm up. You have another arm down. This is kind of like the basic look. You know, he's like kind of ready for a fight, double fist down. You know, I believe this is like kind of what the standard one just comes with. I don't even know if it comes with the weapon. Maybe it does. But obviously it wouldn't come with this head either. Only comes with this head in the standard one. But I mean, I definitely like the teeth showing. The teeth adds extra detail. They look dirty and grimy. It also just, his facial texture or like look is just better in my opinion. So I will stick with either the head it's on currently or this one. I think with lighting on, that is the head to go for. Light off, I may want to go with this one. Again, let's show, yeah, these magnets are definitely strong, folks. So you got to be very careful when removing them. You know, and these ones have like these grooves here because it is going like behind his back. But just be very slow and gentle putting them in. You shouldn't have any issues. Like so. I know this is like the look my buddy likes a lot. That head with those arms. All right, so let's dive in much deeper now that we've checked out all the parts. You can see the entire Justice League there, how it looks. So, I mean, like, let's say hypothetically I do get Steppenwolf. There's a few things I can do with this display. Right now, I have these spaced out quite, you know, there's a good like 3-4 inches between each of the leagues. I can actually completely move Flash on this shelf, these two here, and put Shazam on that shelf, and then do Steppenwolf there. There's zero chance I could fit Black Adam if I do Thanos Bust there. Like, if I don't do Thanos Bust, then I could do Shazam with the League, Darkseid, Steppenwolf, Black Adam. You know, or, you know, do Shazam and Black Adam over here, Darkseid, Steppenwolf over here. Kind of depends on if I really do put Thanos over there. You know, let's say I do put Thanos there. I could do Steppenwolf and Shazam, no Black Adam, or do Black Adam and move Shazam down low. Because Shazam could technically just go with my Aquaman. Anyways, let's dive deeper into this piece. So I'm going to say this straight up. He definitely has the best base of all the Justice League. Previously, my favorite was the Batman. I love the Batman because of that, like, almost like a gargoyle skull he's stepping on, which is really cool. However, I do love this lava effect. I think the colors look really good. The orange and yellow. It also has like bubbles popping, which looks really cool. Because the previous one didn't have like these bubbles. There's quite a bit of them. You know, and the lava effect does go pretty much all throughout. Would have been cool if there was a light up feature. They'd have to make it translucent at that point. And neither of the original Darkseid Zone had that light up feature. Now, of course, this has the exact same Justice League, although the color is different on this. This has like a blue hint. Yeah, definitely blue and dark gray, where this is like just silver, and each of them kind of have a slight different paint app. And they all have their logos in the front, you know, like him to him. They're slightly different, but in general, they're all like a darker silverish look. You know, of course, he has the Omega God of War symbol. But obviously the bases match perfectly in the line. So they all match and look really good. This has some good texture work, and it has a big Omega symbol there on the back. I'm not going to turn it around, but a big Omega symbol there as well. So the piece will look good 360. I do like these like darker blue hints on the base. I think it looks really good. Overall, I do love the base. You know, I liked the bases of the two previous Darkseids as well. I thought they were all really good, honestly. I think Prime One's always done a really good job on their Darkseid bases. And they've all kind of been about this big, like 20 by 20, pretty big, cool lava effect. The rock effect also has like a lava glow, similar to my Sauron in the other room, where like the lava is affecting the rocks. And it looks really good. I like it. The rocks themselves look great. You know, lots of little rocks, nice texture. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. I like it. I got no complaints on this base, honestly. Obviously, a light up would have been cool, but it's big, it's beautiful. The paint app is great. I like it. Darkseid himself, so he is purple. Yeah, overall, his armor is purple. Here's his boots, massive. I mean, he is just thick and girthy. The armor looks good. I like it. Then his actual paint on his skin, very textured, almost like reptilian type skin. It looks good. Yeah, and then his waist armor, and then like all his armor is very intricate, almost machine-like. It looks very cool. You know, like all these intricacies. I mean, yeah, it just looks really good. It's all similar, just like paint color. It's really just like purple with a little bit of black and different shades of purple. But overall, it looks good. There's also like an Omega symbol here on his chest. Yeah, and then, like I said, all his skin texture is like this almost like reptile type skin. You know, like an alligator or something. But it looks cool. I like it. You know, very similar to my previous Darkseids, just way taller and different styled armor. He's not as like thick like gorilla type as the N52. That one was so thick. The Injustice one was more medium. He's like a taller, skinnier in essence Darkseid. Like he's still obviously thick, but not as thick as the other two compared to them being 1/4. Yeah, and then there is the portrait, like I said. It's also, like I said, what I think it is the light up is actually just white. It's a white light, not a red light. And then it's just shining through the red translucent. And this also is like white to red. So that's why it's given like a light red look in person. But it looks good. Again, I'm not going to have the light up on all the time. I'm just showing you right now. But this also does match my poster, as you see. The poster is literally the exact same eyes with like that look. So it matches the poster really good. All right, so I turned the light up off, light on off. So that's how it would look just without it, which still does look really cool. You know, it almost looks like lava effect in his eye a little bit, you know, but obviously he's about to shoot his beam, you know, because I have my Superman in a similar manner where I've been using his laser eye effect literally the entire time I've had him because I just like that look. Plus the bust is the eyes. So I definitely like this portrait quite a bit, I will say. It's unique and it looks really cool. I mean, it's literally the exact same as this, just the different eyes. I mean, this one does look cool as well. It's black with a little bit of red. It's honestly kind of similar to my Goro 1/3. There's the teeth. Like I said, they're like dirty and grimy. They look pretty good. Not as good as like the Rock Blitzway. Those teeth are insane. But I mean, quality-wise, it's definitely very good. I think it's probably a slight step up from these, but not a massive. You know, it definitely fits the line perfectly. So if you have these Justice League, like the 6, I would say definitely pick up Darkseid. Overall, I would say he's my favorite one now of the Justice League. You know, him, Batman, and Wonder Woman are my 3 favorites. He's just special because of obviously the size, the base, the overall look, the presence is insane. I mean, look at him next to like those busts over there. You know, and he's half the cost of that Hulk bust, for example. Hulk bust being $4,000. Granted, I overpaid, but retail Hulk bust I think was $3,400 or something. I don't know. Yeah, overall, I'm very happy with them. I definitely like this pose a lot, but I also really like that weapon. That thing is badass. It's huge. It's cool. It obviously just adds a ton of width to it. So that presents a problem by itself. But like I said, if I do angle it that way, I think it's definitely doable. Now, if I wanted to get Steppenwolf on this shelf, obviously he could fit here, and it'd be just those 2 right there. You know. And if I want to keep the League spaced out, then I wouldn't be able to do Shazam or Black Adam here. I think I do want Steppenwolf. I think it just looks so cool right here. Steppenwolf next to the entire league. I feel like I should just have Shazam and Black Adam separate, because then all these bases match. Or if we don't do Thanos there, then I could fit them all. Maybe if we did Thanos elsewhere. I don't know. Yeah, check that out, though. Super, super cool. Prime 1 did a great job. And with all the extra parts you get and everything, I definitely think it's worth the money. It definitely has crazy good presence. So I did purchase this originally from Prime 1, but I actually canceled my order because they were just taking too long. And I actually ordered this from William Wang. And I'll leave a link in the description below. He is, I believe, out of Australia, but he's like a Anton Wu, more or less, a reseller who's able to get items. And he had this in stock several weeks before Prime 1 got theirs. I don't know how, but I ordered it through him, and he shipped it a weird way, honestly. Like, I got a weird tracking number that wasn't working, and then it was working, and then all of a sudden I updated to FedEx, and I had it a few days later. So, but it all worked out, and I ended up getting it before anyone in that ordered direct from Prime 1 did, so I'm happy, and thank you, William Wang. If you guys are looking to purchase other statues from him, definitely check him out. Link in the description below. You can also purchase this directly from Prime 1. I'm not sure William has any more, but you can purchase it directly from Prime 1 using my referral link in the description below. Overall, this is a 10 out of 10 piece for me, though. I got no complaints. I freaking love it. It's awesome. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below of Prime 1 Darkseid. And the next statue should be Ghostface. I also got a 1/10 Raptor from Iron Studios coming. And what else? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ghostface will be the next big one, though. I'll have him next week for sure. Anyways, that is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.